Can you have more than one YouTube channel? The quick answer is yes, but what we're really talking about is should you have more than one YouTube channel? There's a lot of pros and cons to having just one YouTube channel, and there's a lot of pros and cons to having 2 or more YouTube channels. So that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. Okay, the quick answer is yes, you can have multiple channels. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how you would set up a second channel, but I'm also going to talk about some pros and cons of having multiple channels. I'll show you some examples of people who have multiple channels and how it's working for them. I'll show you an example of a guy who has multiple channels and how it's working for him. And I'll also show you an example of a guy who put multiple topics on one channel and how it's working for him. If you already have one YouTube channel and you just want to know technically how do I set up a second one, go to Google and type create new YouTube channel. So when you click that link, it takes you to this page and it's got a list of instructions, okay? You want to make sure that you're signed in to YouTube, okay? Then you can come here to your channel list. I obviously produce a lot of different YouTube channels and I've blurred them all in this video, but if you come up here to the top, create new channel, you can come here and put in the channel name and create it just like that. And now you have a second channel. Let's talk about the pros of having more than one YouTube channel. The first kind of obvious advantage is you can keep your audiences separate. If one is a hobby and one is business related, they're going to be 2 different audiences. And so with a separate channel, you can make content directly for one and not try and mix and match or not irritate those separate audiences. If you're making business videos, teaching people how to be better leaders or how to do better at sales and whatnot, and then you want to vlog while you go fly fishing or something like that, some people might like that, but people that are interested in the business topics probably subscribe to your channel because they want more of those business topics. Certainly the reverse is true. If people subscribe to your channel because they want to see more fly fishing adventures and fly tying techniques and whatnot, and then you post a business video, they're going to think, what? That's not what I'm here for. Another advantage of having separate channels, you can really niche down or create a specific niche of content in one channel, and that really does help you find your target audience. Oftentimes, people that have a big YouTube channel, they don't want to water it down by some of their subpar content, like behind the scenes content. You know, on their main channel, they put a lot of work and effort into these videos, and that's kind of the quality that their audience expects. And so if they just have a simple video where they want to answer some questions, they'll have a secondary channel. And so that is an advantage of having multiple channels is you can distinguish or separate content that you feel should be kept separate. Okay, I want to show you an example of this. So Veritasium is a channel that I love. It's a science channel, and I've learned a lot about YouTube from him. Okay, so he's got his main channel, Veritasium. And when I search for Veritasium, you know, it shows that channel and it shows a lot of his videos. If I do a filter and I'm just looking for channels, you'll quickly see, oh wow, 2 Veritasium. And if I would have typed in fact, let me go back to turning off that filter. If I would have just typed in Veritasium 2, okay, I mean, obviously now we see both. Veritasium, the main one, which he's got 7.5 million subscribers. His secondary channel, only around 500,000 subscribers. So he expects his videos to get millions of views. I mean, at least 1 million views in the short term. You know, this one's got 4 million views. That one's got 7 million views. I remember this one down here, 50 million views. And then the video after that, man, how do you make a video go viral? So he talks about a lot of the strategy that he used and some of the luck that he had with that one. Okay, now comparing that to his secondary channel, you know, this one happened to get 394,000 views. This one only 82,000. Okay, so he gets hundreds of thousands of views, not millions of views on these ones. And they're less polished. You know, a lot of these don't even have like the best custom thumbnails. He doesn't put as much effort into them, but people that are kind of die-hard fans of his, they're the ones that subscribe to this channel. The other channel, he tries to appeal to a huge audience, maybe even people that have never heard of him before. All right, so what are the cons of having more than one YouTube channel? There's definitely a huge con, and that's that one channel takes a lot of work as it is. So if you're going to do 2 channels, you've got twice as much work, right? If we have to split our focus, we have to split our attention between this channel and this channel, it's less likely that one of them is going to succeed. So we've really got to be careful. I mean, our main channel, the one that we want to grow the most, needs 100% of our attention. So if we do create a second channel, we can't take some of that attention away from it. We've got to do it in addition to. That's a pretty big reason against having two different channels, right? So everyone's scenario is different, and feel free to leave a comment below about your scenario if you'd like specific advice. Like, do you think I should do one channel or two? And I'm happy to guide you there. Maybe this example will be helpful. Okay, so Paul Jenkins, he's a positivity psychologist. So he talks a lot about positivity, well-being, mindset, and he's got a lot of models that he helps people with there. He also talks a lot about parenting. So we've got positivity and parenting. Okay, and he also talks about relationships and marriage and stuff like that. So 3 different areas. We could potentially create 3 different channels. We decided to keep it all in one channel. And in the beginning, we kind of did an equal proportion of each of those categories. Well, after several months, the parenting space really started to take off, and it's been the strongest ever since, and we've definitely encouraged that. When something takes off, you want to continue to feed the fire, so we've made more and more parenting videos. I would say now over half the videos on the channel that Paul makes are parenting. He still does relationships, he still does positivity, because those are important to him and those are important to his audience as well. But the channel is getting the most growth around the parenting topics. Now let's just say that Paul's positivity topics or the relationship, maybe he had a relationships course or a positivity program that were really good revenue generators for him, but he was getting most of the traffic from parenting. How does that work? Well, it's kind of like a harbor. You've got all these boats in the harbor, and when the tide comes in, it lifts all the boats. So when Paul has a parenting video that just spikes and takes off, it's kind of like that rising tide. All the videos on Paul's channel naturally start to get more views and traffic. I'll give you another example of that. So Noelle Randall, she makes a lot of videos on real estate investing, specifically Airbnb real estate investing. Well, she's had some videos really spike and take off and really lift her channel in the area of business credit and similar topic, how to get a business loan. So those are obviously different from her main real estate topics. But as those videos have gotten, hundreds of thousands of views now, all of her real estate videos have also ridden this rising tide. And they've gotten way more views, and Noelle has started generating more and more real estate leads from that. It's really cool. Okay, the next video that I want you to watch is one of the ones that I'm most excited for you to see. I'm going to link to it right there and also right up there in the card. This video is called Advanced YouTube Strategy, Multiple Location Filming. Go check it out.